nahak pathian tu su nak siding e tu jani ka su ting mi bible pol he nahak kumnga kumrok kyang kap pol siding e himi bible tu su nak he December nikolhon thumjana vekhat kalak to sal ding e chitok muna khan zoom in kha aphi du pol nan phi ve thei chitok muna hin mat za a mat som kwa nga tu pol kha Christmas lak song kan lo pek ding e chumi Christmas lak song kha koram lam khalanga USA khalanga chumi jo American dollar zakat kan lo pek ding chumi kha nan phi ve du sile tu zani kan shooting mi pol kha tu su nak te kha lak tim to ve cheu la chuti chon Christmas nahak pol ni pathian thu zet unak thinong ani thena dinga okay asile ina hi kam hai to hi ka fa pa asi Bible sungi ummi Bible knowledge kha ka du zakat ka shooting chumi zakat ka shoot mi songa somkwa anga asile Christmas laksong adu anga dingi chumi thusu na pakhat kha mathaman asiring okay ka mathaman siring hi ina hen question zakat question zakat himi pol he ka su thai dingi alai chenu la pa fa le pol na hak ke himi mitu ka semba kumnga kyang kap anei tu pol kumnga kum sri tiang kan le thang de bai chmo kum thum ke kumnga kum sri kami kyang kap pol rangi to mi si ke ka fa pa ni hi tu hi kumnga kim zau e thusu na kan thok ding nula pa na hak ne pol nan ngai du ven ngai ve thei Christmas lak songa himi Bible quiz Bible na hak zomo na ga tel du tu pol tel ve thei si te mi kha not sakadu chura question kanan te chathina dinga kha nan ngai ve thei mo okay Zaam ready mo
ready
okay asile question pakhat na so question 100 mo question 100 okay yeah chumi kha one question will carry 10 point question pakhat kha 10 point asiling okay ka asile thusu na pakhat na question pakhat na ka amhai san mirang ka siar dinge apan hi na ka lai chan krak le chaling okay ka question number pakhat na himi he kanot saling nula pa po kan follow po Bible quiz ya Bible ke zomok nak December nikolon thumjana live in kan lak to ding mi kha tua hin thusu nak te po kha thei du pol ni lak ngan cheu la khana khan nan follow pol kha memorize alo chet taru la kha ke za som kwan nga sele kha lak song kan tim to sak mi te okay sele thusu na phake ka fa pa ka thok ding asile my sa big question number pakhat nak zo okay Zaam are you ready
yeah
okay question number 1 what is the Bible
the Bible is inspired word of God is a revelation to all people of himself in the plan of salvation
good that's correct for 10 point Bible timi su siang asi timi thusu nak asi question panhi na question number 2 for 10 point what are the two divisions of the Bible
Old Testament and New Testament
okay that's correct Bible hi 10 year kan 10 thei timi thusu nak asi question number pathumna question number 3 for 10 point how many books are there in the Bible
66
okay that's correct for 10 point okay Bible sunga hin ukjang hwa timi thusu nak asi thusu nak pathumna question number 3 how did sin enter the world
the disobedience of Adam and Eve
that's correct for 10 point tu cho palina question palina cho leng tu na sul na ki ziang tin alut timi thusu na asi question palina tu cho question number pangana question number 5 for 10 point who was the first murderer Cain that's correct for 10 point zosi Bible sunga mitha mai sabik okay timi thusu na asi kami kha question number panga aparuk na question number paruk na who were the first two brothers
Cain and Abel
Cain and Abel that's correct for 10 point Okay, question number peruk nak tu Bible la unau mai sebik min panhi kasimo timi kha asining yang andu pol ngan the ka tong mirang de le kha nak simula question pasri nak ka feding tusu nak pasri nak. Okay, question number 7. Are you ready?
Yes.
That's going to be for 10 point again. How are people different from animal?
God created us in His own image.
Yes, that's correct for 10 point. Question number pasarit nak so minung le ramsa kan mo ok lo nak hi insim thei pe mo ti kha siring so nu le pa pol tusu nak te kha mat tha ula Christmas 20 nikolon thum jana kan tusu nak kan ne saling chutok muna kha zu ma siding atel du du pian point atel du du pol nan tel thei chutok muna kan lak song American dollar zakat anga tu pol za mat pi anga tu pol kan lo pek ding mo. Okay, tu so question number pariat nak Zaam nak kena jawab ding. Okay, okay. Question number pariat nak. Who were the first man and the first woman?
Adam and Eve.
Yeah, laying to nak minung mai sabik mi pam hai sabik le mi nam hai sabik ka jaw si dia. Okay, tu su nak pakona. Question number 9. Quotation questions. Okay, for 10 point. Where did the universe come from?
God created the heavens and the earth.
Correct. Genesis yang hua? Genesis?
Genesis 1:1.
Okay. Okay. Lelong pihi kutokin ara van le lelong pihi kutokin ara timi tusuna. Okay, tusuna number perhana. Okay, tusuna number perhana. Question number 10. Zaam, kilo mana jawab ding? Okay, simple. Okay. Okay. Okay, perhana. What is the longest chapter in the Bible?
Psalms 119.
Psalm 119. That's correct for 10 point. But tusuna perhanak tu Bible ahin Bible ahin chapter kan timi ke atumpi Bible asau big kota timi kasi kami kha tusuna perha. Okay, tu tiang tusuna perha kan te perha sungahin perhain amantri. Okay, question number 11. Tusuna kan per hiding 11 naga question number 11 for 10 point. What is the shortest chapter in the Bible?
Psalms 117.
Okay, Psalm 117. That's correct for 10 point. Tusuna number na. What is the longest book in the Bible?
Psalms.
Okay, Psalm. That's correct for 10 point. Tusuna question number 13. What is an epistle?
A letter sent by an apostle.
Okay, that's correct. Mitu question number tumnak le nakha. Question number tumnak jo Bible ahin atoy big okay yang mi di. Tun question number nakha epistle kan timi chakot kan timi hi sulam ka yang mi timi nak si. Tu jo tusuna number ngana kan lak luting tusuna ngana. Question number 15 for 10 point. Who wrote many of the Psalms?
King David.
Okay, King David, that's correct. Psalm he zawi ngan mi atambik timi tusuna si tusuna leirok na. Okay, question number 16 for 10 point. Okay, which of the Old Testament books is the collections of the hymns and the songs? Psalm, that's correct. Kaka Bible ahin la tambik mi chabu hi khuna timi tusuna asi kami kha tusuna leirok na tusuna leisari na. Which New Testament book is composed almost the entirety of prophecies of the futures? Revelation. Okay. To me tele question number. That's correct for 10 point. Question number 18. Which book of the Bible tells about the beginnings of the church? Acts, the book of Acts. That's correct for 10 point. Question number 19. Who wrote more books of the Bible than any other person? Paul. Okay, kami ka. Question number kulna. Okay. Kasut bet ding tu tiang kul kasut tau kula manri ina hin samret atakri. Okay. Tu so rang ai mutang ruangan rang de un karak suting. Okay, next question for 10 point. What is the theme of the 4 gospel?
The life of teaching on Jesus.
That's correct for 10 point. Next question. What does the word gospel mean?
Good news.
Good news. That is correct. Okay, next question for 10 point. What are the four Gospels?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
That's correct for 10 point. Next questions for 10 point. Which book of the Bible tells about the beginning of the world?
Genesis.
That's correct for 10 point. Another questions for 10 point. Approximately how many years did it take to write the Bible?
1,600 years.
That's correct for 10 point. Next questions. About how many people did God inspire to write the Bible?
About 40.
About 40. That's correct for 10 point. Next question for 10 point. In what language was most of the New Testament written?
Greek.
That's correct. Greek. Okay. Next questions for 10 point. How many books are there in the New Testament?
27.
27, correct. Okay, next question. Correct. Okay, next question. Are you ready? Are you tired?
No.
Sleepy? Okay. Next question for 10 point. In what language was most of the Old Testament written?
Hebrews.
Hebrew. Okay, that's correct. Okay, next questions. How many books are in the Old Testament?
27.
How many books are there in Old Testament?
39.
39. Okay, correct. Next questions. What does testament mean?
Covenant.
Okay, good job. Okay. Next questions. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. So far you did you did good job. High five. Okay. Now, whose dreams did Joseph interpret while in prison?
Pharaoh's baker and cupbearer.
Okay, that's correct for 10 point. Next question is about Joseph. It's for 10 point. What happened to Joseph when he refused to commit sin with his master's wife?
He got put into prison.
That's correct for 10 point. Next questions for 10 point. Who was Joseph's first masters in Egypt?
Potiphar.
Potiphar, that's correct. Okay. Next questions for 10 point. It's about Joseph. How did Jacob show his special love for Joseph?
He bung a rope of many different colors.
That's correct. That's correct. Okay. Next questions. Are you ready, Zaam?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Thứ sự nakam pe ning. Next question, Zaam. Okay. Thứ sự som ngarong. Thế dấu som ngarong tang lại zakat. Himi thứ sự nak zakat thi in pi thế lại ka Christmas lak song. Tumpi kema yang saya ngaling. Tolong selawin tu zakat ke tisut nak ketok mi poli di Jerman ni kulon tum zana kha zoomin nah katel du mo ke tu kasut mi kasut jami po kasut saling za nga tu nah pol American dollar zakat Christmas lak song kalau pek pening. Okay. Okay. To question next question for 10 point. It's about Jacob. What new name did God give to Jacob after he wrestled with God?
Israel.
That's correct for 10 point. Israel. Okay. Next questions. Who was the mother of Joseph and Benjamin?
Rebecca.
Rebecca. That's correct. Okay. Next questions. For 10 point. What did Esau sell to Jacob?
His birthright.
That's correct for 10 point. Awesome. Okay. Next questions. Who were the twin sons of Isaac and Rebekah?
Jacob.
Esau and
Jacob.
Jacob. Okay, correct for 10 point. Next questions for 10 point. Who was Isaac's wife? Who was Isaac's wife?
Rachel. Sarah.
Who was Isaac's wife?
Rachel. Sarah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's the answer?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. The correct answer is Rebecca, not Rachel. Okay, not Sarah. Okay. So, yeah. Did you say Rebecca? Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay. Let's put it here for well, okay? Okay, next question. Okay. How old were Abraham and Sarah when Isaac was born?
Abraham was 100 and Sarah was 90.
Okay, okay. I'll make sure that people can see your face, okay? Yeah. Okay. 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 Okay, okay, yeah. Okay, next questions for 10 point. What was the name of the son born to Abraham and Sarah?
Isaac.
Okay, that's correct for 10 point. Okay, next questions for 10 point. What two cities did God destroy with fire because of their great wickedness?
Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's correct for 10 point. Okay, next questions for 10 point. What was the name of the son born to Abraham and Hagar?
Ishmael.
That's correct for 10 point. Okay, next questions for 10 point. Who was Melchizedek?
Prince of God and King of Salem.
That's correct. Yeah, the priest of God and King of Salem. That's correct for 10 points. So far, you did good job. Okay. Yep. Next questions for 10 points. Why was it wrong for Lot to live in Sodom? Why was it wrong for?
Because people so wicked they thought, but no.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Because people.
Yeah.
Were so wicked.
Yeah, so wicked.
They thought about, no, because.
Yeah.
They constantly
sin
against God.
Yeah, they constantly sin against God. So it's wrong to live in Sodom. Okay. And next question for 10 points. To what country did Abraham go in time of famine?
Egypt.
What country? Egypt. That's correct for 10 points. Next question for 10 points. Who was Abraham's wife?
Sarah.
That's correct for okay. Okay. Question zakat check question kulfong tang. Next question kan sutu pe zakat api thai lo. Okay. Imi Bible ke man ka du karak mi se ka test me. Okay. Question next question ready. Are you excited?
No.
Okay. Questions. Next question for 10 points. What was the original name of the country God promised to Abraham?
Canaan.
Canaan. Okay, that's correct for 10 points. Next questions. Who was Abraham's nephew?
Lot.
Lot. That's correct for 10 points. Next questions. How did God test Abraham's faith when he asked him to leave his home?
God told Abraham to leave his home without telling him where he was going.
That's correct for 10 points. Next question. How did God judge the people who built the Tower of Babel?
God made them speak different languages.
That's correct for 10 points. Next questions for 10 points. After the flood, how did the people rebel against God?
They built a tower to heaven to make their son famous.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay. Next questions for 10 points. Another question for 10 points. It's about the flood and after. What was the meaning of the first rainbow?
That is God's promise that he will never destroy the earth with a flood again.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay. Next questions. It's about the flood, okay? Are you ready? Okay.
Yes.
The question is, when the flood came, how long did it rain?
40 days and nights.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay, another question is about the flood. Next questions is, who were the three sons of Noah?
Shem, Ham, and Japheth.
Yes, Sam, Ham, and Japheth. Yes, that's correct. Okay, next questions. You got around 15 questions left, okay? Okay. If you can give me the correct answers, you will get a Christmas gift, a surprise, big Christmas gift from me, okay? A Christmas present. Okay, come on. Next question. Oh, let's see. Okay, next question is still about the flood. Whom did God spare from the great flood?
Noah and his family.
Noah and his family. That's correct. Okay, next questions. It's about the creation, okay? Who lived longer than any other person, and how long did he live?
Methuselah, 969 years.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay, next questions. It's about creation, okay? The question is, what man walked with God until God took him to heaven without dying?
Enoch.
Enoch, that's correct for 10 points. Next question for 10 points. What did Joseph say was the meaning of the king's dream?
7 good years would be followed by 7 of famine.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay, next questions for 10 points. It's about creation, okay? The account of man's first sin mentioned what two trees?
The tree of knowledge of good and evil, and the tree of life.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay, next questions for 10 points. What was the 10th and the last plague that fell upon Egypt?
The death of the firstborn.
The death of the firstborn. That is correct. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Question parhalong. Only 10 questions left. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Next questions. Question. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. It's about Moses.
Moses. Okay.
Yep. You know who's Moses?
Yeah.
Yep. Whom did God give Moses to help him in bringing the Israelites out of Egypt?
Moses' brother Aaron.
Moses' brother Aaron. That's correct. Okay. Next questions. For 10 points. It's about Moses again. What happened to the Egyptians who tried to follow the Israelites through the Red Sea?
They are drowned.
Okay, that's correct for 10 points. Next questions for 10 points. What promise did God make to Moses at the burning bush?
That he would rescue the Israelites out of Egypt.
That's correct. That's correct for 10 points. Thank you, Za. You did good job tonight. Okay, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions. Okay, question per umlay. Okay? Ready mo?
Ready?
Ready tuk mo?
Ready.
Okay, close to sala natin mo. Okay. Ka, tuso. Okay. Questions number 6 for 10 points. It's about Joseph. Why did Joseph's brothers go to Egypt?
To buy food.
Say it again.
To buy food.
To buy food. That's correct for 10 points. Okay. Question number 5. It's about the flood. Why did God send a flood upon the earth?
Because people are so wicked, they thought about evil all the time.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay. Question number 4 for 10 points is about Moses. Who was the baby that Pharaoh's daughter found floating in the water?
Moses.
That's correct for 10 points. Okay. Only 3 questions left. Do you know the answer? Do you want to know the answer? Okay, question number 3. Okay, why did Moses flee from Egypt?
It was known that he killed the Egyptian.
Yes, because he killed.
The Egyptian.
That's correct. Wow, that's correct. Only 2 questions left. Okay, okay. Now, yep, it's about Moses again. Okay, ready?
Yes.
Are you excited?
No.
Okay, no? Okay.
No.
No, okay. No. Who was Moses' father-in-law and what was his position?
Jethro, prince of Midian.
That's correct! Okay. The last questions is, I think, is a really difficult one.
No, it's not.
Really difficult. Okay. Last question. Okay. If you can give me the correct answers, you will get a big Christmas gift. Okay?
It's gonna be easy.
Really? Let's see. Okay, the question is, where did God appear to Moses out of the burning bush?
Mount Sinai.
Yay! Mount Sinai. Yes, you got 100 out of 100. Okay? Give me question one more here. Zakat sunga zakat anga ruanga hing kapapa zazam tukum Christmas dahin adu mi laksong anga ding hihe tisuk nak tampi lakasin kadudu kachili kasuk nak asi himi tisuk nak thau he December nikolon tum zana khan ama vek kum nga rong keng kap na hak pol kha atel du nan tel the chumi kha thisu nak saling patong panhin ka su thai ding mirang tong le lai tong in thisu nak dingi chu ma du mi tong kha man the sidingi December nikolon thum zana sidingi koromi ummi unaw por hanga chen nan ma hanga chen zing nikolon li zinga se pe chu tok muna hin himi kasumi zakat songa zakat man chek chi in sem theru na ha sia chen Christmas laksonga chumi na ha chu American dollar zakat kan lo ko tin timi kha etong hunin sim kadu cholong salawin tukumahin himi hi tukumahin kantung kumahin ka fa pa kha an tong sin laksong anak thu ka ve nga nang sarita akong sung laksong anak thu ka simi tukumahin ka fa pa ni kha avoi ni nak anga ve chumi anga mi laksong certificate kha hina si himi kha asi okay kengo okay himi si tukumahin ani khal he avoi ni nak anga ve udung chu rak thun thei ve asi amina hin Zaam Lian Piang asi apek ni kha December ni thum kum thong hi le kum khat amina khan Pride Panther timi laksong asi an kaina kha Waller Elementary School la khen asi chumi the jiang ro ga hi mi laksong anga ti sia chen anga na rong pol chu pakhat na ga politeness mo apani politeness respect integrity discipline effort imi pali anjau politeness kan timi cho ke ajin chi mu respect asia pol upat lo role people upat lo integrity ke sikan ne ke anun dang atha mo thalo chen discipline sikala thun the lo effort cha zom lo timi para thumoin kha mat unpack mi asi chumia khan antong khan tukuma he ani kan tung kupla nga ve tukum he avoi ni na ati sarita akong sung nga ve mi asi chungi rong kala hin tu jana hin ama he live ka thap pina asi ke Pemika nga mi si si tu jani question kasut mi te khal athebet tunan umusile cha teng klongan sakdingi aphi du atel du pol then follow poli an min le ke nen nak te lak simula December nikolon thum jana khan zoomi link namat kan lo ko ting chitok muna kan pin point akan atel du mo na hak kumnga ken kap na to bi kumnga upabi kum rok kum sri kan te pe cho kumnga kum rok no kum sri pol nan tel the city mi kha lo sim kan du tu jani azau tu nan za pi ten para kan long o pateni ta so lo kham se ka bye bye tiola
bye bye
in zo ruang ka long oi tia cái lúc ngồi tiêu là
cái lưng ngồi
mang trà tiêu
măng trà
ok khác
ui
sáng không